Have you ever spent hours sanding a piece and then apply a beautiful finish like Rubio Monocoat, only to find that it looks a little flat? Why does that happen? Maybe it looked great in your shop, but not in its final space. Maybe you just need something a little more durable.
Well, let us introduce you to Rubio's single coat upgrade, Sheen Plus. We'll show you when to use it, how to apply it, and how much you need. We'll even prove to you that this $30 bottle will save you more money than this entire gallon of polyurethane. Come join us on our adventure. Oh, I can hear it now. Isn't Rubio Monocoat's claim to fame the fact that it only needs one coat? Yep, that's true. Rubio Monocoat looks amazing, and it almost always only needs a single coat. We've used it on many projects now to amazing results, but there are some times when Rubio's Oil Plus 2C isn't quite enough. Take our latest project, this coffee table. We spent hours and hours getting this cookie ready for finish. Heck, we made a whole video about it. But this was our first time working with a cookie, and we realized quickly that something was different. I mean, just look at how this slab soaked up the mineral spirits. This was one thirsty piece of wood. When we went to apply the finish, it soaked up like crazy, and we had to use twice as much as we would have with long grain wood. And even then, it ended up looking a little flat in certain light. We knew we needed to do something to bring up the sheen of this piece. Luckily, Rubio released a product for exactly this purpose. And, as an added benefit, it is thicker than the Oil Plus 2C, so it gives your piece additional scratch protection while still maintaining the natural feel of the wood. So when do you need to use Sheen Plus?
The first thing that you have to consider is your type of wood. If your project uses a lot of ingrain or another porous, thirsty wood, then you may find that Rubio ends up looking a little flat. This is especially true with softer wood surfaces, as it's much harder to get that smooth surface that provides a natural sheen. Our ingrained spalted cottonwood cookie is a prime example of this. The second thing you should consider is the final product. Furniture like bed frames or dressers look gorgeous in their natural matte finish, but we're conditioned to expect more sheen out of tabletops. Not to mention that tabletops need more protection than other pieces. In each of these cases, most woodworkers would reach for polyurethane to give them the sheen that they desire. We've done that ourselves, but Sheen Plus gives you better results in a fraction of the time. You can skip all of that extra sanding before and between coats. This product goes on right on top of Rubio's Oil Plus 2C and only requires a single coat to give you that added luster. It's also eco-friendly, zero VOC, uses natural ingredients instead of plastic, and is even certified toy safe. We highly recommend it for all of your ingrained pieces and tabletops. Now you know when to use it, but how does it get applied?
After applying Rubio's Oil Plus 2C, you'll need to wait 24 to 36 hours to give that product some time to cure. If any dust or hair got on the piece as it cured, go ahead and clean that off right now. We recommend compressed air, a soft vacuum attachment, or a dust cloth. Next, we mix 3 parts of the Sheen Plus with 1 part of the hardener. This is the same hardener that Rubio uses for all their products, so we usually have some on hand. Now, we are going to apply Sheen Plus to the surface of your piece. It is pretty thick, so a brush can be helpful to apply it. Then use a red applicator pad, or a rag, to spread the mixture over your entire surface. Within 15 minutes, come back with that same pad or rag and wipe the surface again to make sure everything is evenly distributed. Immediately following that, we are going to come back with a white applicator pad, or a new rag, and buff the surface vigorously until everything feels dry. Then come back one more time and wipe the surface again to ensure you have removed any surface irregularities or streaks. If you're working with long grain wood, make sure your final strokes are in the direction of the grain. Then just let the Sheen Plus cure. The surface can be lightly used after 24 hours, but don't expose it to water until after 7 days when it is fully cured. Applying the Sheen Plus could not be simpler, but how do you figure out how much you need?
Well, the easy answer is to calculate how many square feet of surface you need to cover. If your project is rectangular or circular, this is pretty easy. If it's a much more irregular shape, then a good tip is to cover the piece in sheets of printer paper. Each sheet is 0.65 square feet, so take your number of sheets and multiply it by 0.65 to get a good estimate. Sheen Plus covers 1,000 to 1,600 square feet per liter, so you can do that math, or you can head over to Rubio's website and use their built-in calculator to do the math for you. While you're here, you may be blown away by the price of Sheen Plus. I know it looks super expensive. I mean, $30 for this tiny bottle? Yes, but you'd be amazed at how far that goes. Depending on the size you buy, Sheen Plus is around $200 per liter. Given its spread rate of 1,000 to 1,600 square feet per liter, that's 12.5 to 20 cents per square foot. Let's compare that to polyurethane. This gallon of polyurethane costs $50 and has a spread rate of 290 to 575 square feet per gallon. That amounts to about 8 to 17 cents per square foot. Slightly cheaper than Sheen Plus, right? Wrong. That's just for one coat. And polyurethane requires a minimum of 2 coats. So take that number and double it, and you're looking at 16 to 34 cents per square foot. And that's assuming you only need 2 coats. Sometimes you'll need even more than that. So, not only will Sheen Plus save you time by not having to sand between layers and apply multiple coats, it's also cheaper, looks better, feels better, and it's infinitely better for your health than polyurethane.
Come on, guys. I like polyurethane. I mean, just listen to this. High concentrations may lead to central nervous system effects like drowsiness, dizziness, nausea, headaches, paralysis, overexposure is tied to permanent brain and nervous system damage. Results in liver, cardiac abnormalities, and nervous system damage. May cause dermatitis, may cause genetic defects, may damage fertility or the unborn child. This is good stuff. But Sheen Plus is just so boring. Acute toxicity, not classified. Respiratory or skin sensitization, not classified. Carcinogenicity, not classified. That's basically saying that it's so safe they didn't even have to list it. I'm gonna be out of a job. Can't you guys just use polyurethane one more time?
Sorry, Death. Not today.
And with that, you now know everything about applying this amazing product. But here's the thing. None of that even matters if you don't know how to get the best possible finish from Rubio's Oil Plus 2C. Make sure to watch that next video to learn those secrets or refresh your knowledge. Thanks for watching. Bye, friends.